Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing well and is socially distant and doing as well as they can given the circumstances. I myself have, as of today, been brave enough to venture out without pinning my bangs back, I think like a month or two after the haircut, so progress is definitely being made. What I'm so excited to talk about today is what should beginners write about on Medium? Or I often get this in the format of, can I write about X on Medium? So I'm super excited to dive into that and talk about exactly what should beginners write about on Medium if they want to turn it into a long-term successful side hustle and hobby that they enjoy. Let's dive in. Point number one that I want to make is talking about what you shouldn't write if you're a beginner on Medium. Don't write about what you think is popular. Don't write what you think is going to be successful. Don't write about what I write because I'm a successful author on Medium and you think that if you need to be successful on Medium, you should write about cats. It's not true. What you think is viral or successful or popular on Medium, there are a lot of factors that go into that other than the topic. So for example, a lot of the earlier authors on Medium wrote about technology and now they're very successful, and so a lot of their popular stories are about technology. But it's not because the topic is technology, it's because they were one of the earliest writers on Medium and now they're super successful and can leverage that audience. But it's not because they write about technology. There are honestly limitless things that you could write about on Medium, and the only true definitions of what you should stick to are what you're passionate about and what you are experienced or knowledgeable in. What does that look like? Let's break that down. The reason that writing about what you love is so successful on Medium is because on Medium, two things matter. First of all, passion. Passion matters because passion is contagious. It's fun to listen to someone talk about something they care about deeply, and it's fun to read about it too. When someone's passionate about something, that carries through their voice, whether it's in real life or in writing, and that means that passionate stories tend to do well. The second thing that matters is experience or knowledge. I say or because, for example, I am very experienced in being in a relationship, but I don't have much knowledge about relationships as a whole. So it can be either or. You don't have to be a doctor in psychology to write about your experiences with psychology, for example. So you have your passion, you have your knowledge or your experience, you've got a topic in mind. Now you're thinking, all right, I want to write about the discovery of chocolate. That's something I know about. That's something I'm passionate about. Can I write about it on Medium? What I recommend everyone do at this stage is they go to, I want you typing on your keyboards, medium.com/topics. This is going to show you a page full of, I think, about 104 or 105 topics that Medium actively curates into. When Medium distributors read a story that they love, they're gonna curate it into one of those 100 and whatever odd topics. When you create a Medium profile, you'll be prompted at the start to say, I'm interested in this, I'm interested in politics, I'm interested in culture, I'm interested in pets. So those topics are the same. When you aim for specific topics that Medium has already listed for you, that means that you already have an established audience ready there to read what you've written. Now I mentioned curators. If you're old hat, you'll know what curation is, so you can skip the next minute odd. If you're new and you're like, Medium curators, topics, what does that mean? Then listen closely. Like I said, when you write on Medium, your story can be shown to Medium curators. They look at it and they say, this is amazing. Everyone who's interested in history and food, going with our history of chocolate analogy, they should see this, they should read this story. So everyone who clicked at the very start of their profile creation, history and food, or I don't know, they'll be shown that story. They'll see it on the Medium app, they'll see it on their Daily Digest emails, they'll see it on the homepage if they go there. So there's so much that you can actually glean just from understanding what topics you should be aiming for. So you have an idea of what topics are. You know what curation is on Medium. I won't get into how to be curated because that's been covered 101 times, and even on Medium. You can check it out and read all about it if you Google how to be curated on Medium. I want to talk about what you should do next. So you're writing your story about the history of chocolate. I'm getting so hungry thinking about this. What you should do next is go to medium.com/topic/ food, for example, and see what's being written there. As you scroll through the page, you'll see all different sorts of topics, You'll see all sorts of different stories and what they're all about, and that will give you a really good idea of what Medium curators are looking for in that topic, what kind of news items are relevant, what personal stories, what experience-based stories, and also it'll tell you what's missing, and that could be a potential gap for you to write your very first story about the history of chocolate. It's going to be kind of showing you the style that you should be aiming for, the formatting. It might even help give you some ideas for future stories in those topics. And if you look at the top right, you'll see a list of other related topics. So if you think, food isn't quite the right one, but maybe culture is, you might see those grouped together and start thinking of what additional topics your story might fit into. And it's also going to confirm that you can write about anything under the sun. There might not be a history of chocolate tag, but there is one about history, and there is one about food, and I'm sure that there are other ones on there that I don't even know about. You can write about pets, you can write about marijuana, you can write about even, I think, San Francisco, the city. There are so many topics, and your story is bound to fall under one of them, and it helps if you know what sort of broad general umbrella you should be aiming for. Let's quickly circle back to curation. Why should you be aiming for one of these 7 arbitrary topics? Why do you care about curation? You can write about anything, and even if you're not curated, you still can write about anything on Medium, as long as it's something that you care about, that you're passionate about. But curation helps get more eyes on your story. When curators say, this is a great story, anyone who likes history will enjoy this, everyone who likes history will see on their app, like I said, they'll be like, oh wow, the history of chocolate. That sounds like an amazing read for my morning. I guess people don't really commute anymore. My morning read over coffee, whatever. Eyeballs on your work means that you're gonna be paid. The more you get paid, the happier you will be writing on Medium. And the happier you are writing on Medium, the more you'll write on Medium. And that's why you should know kind of what topics you're aiming for when you first start writing as a beginner on Medium. Knowing all 104 isn't going to be the biggest thing, but just knowing kind of what's out there, what's possible, what topics should you write about, what's already being written about in those topics. All of that information is right at your fingertips, waiting for you to discover it. Let's quickly recap. Beginners should write about what they care about. Experience matters, knowledge matters, passion matters. Those are the qualities that are going to make your story stand out, that are going to make readers pay attention to you from the get-go, and it's going to make you successful on Medium even as a beginner. Don't write about stuff that you think is popular, because it's going to fall flat no matter what you do. Go to medium.com/topics and figure out which topics on that list are most relevant for you and which ones you're excited to start writing about for that pre-existing audience. Okay, I hope that you have enjoyed this video and you're already getting some ideas about how you can start researching what topics you should write in. If you have any questions about this or anything else on Medium, please drop me a comment. I try to get to them on the weekends, so you might not see an answer for a few days, but I will get to them. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.